Welcome to Cardigan Bay Fishing Adventures. If you're new here and you've not watched the channel before, my name is David Barber. Today I'm just doing a quick update video on the boat restoration. I've not put much content out, as you would have noticed, and if you've been watching the boat rebuilds, I am really sorry for the lack of uploads. I'm in a stage at the moment, I'm working on the inside of the boat and not a lot is changing very quickly. I've put a lot of hours in since the last video. I will spin the camera around, I'll get on the boat and I'll show you around. Please excuse the mess in the boat shed. There's mess everywhere. Basically, I'm coming up, getting little jobs done, and there's just bits of mess from little jobs, and I've just not got round to doing a spring clean yet. What I'm doing today is fiberglassing things into place, tabbing them, and doing final coats of glass on other parts of the boat. If you've watched the channel for a while, you've already seen the fiberglassing. So there's no point me going through each step, the same and the same and the same over and over and over again. It's gonna get very boring. So we're going to jump on the boat now and show you around basically. If you remember the last video, I was asking a question, should I cut the parts in the boat at an angle or not at an angle? But today you're gonna see what I've actually done and we're gonna go through everything right now. So there's the boat. You can see the shine in the paint as well with the light on it now. The other boats actually come out of the shed, so we've got a bit more room in here. You can probably notice the bulkhead's in, and if you've got a keen eye, you can see lots of new brackets, lots of new pockets and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do is get on the boat and we'll have a good look at it all now. So obviously we're looking up towards the bow here. The bulkhead is now in. You can see I have added some supports, more supports, and we've got pockets, which I will get closer to now and show you closer. If I spin around slowly, you'll see the cutout that I've done along there at an angle. You'll be able to see it better on the starboard side. So there we go. As you can see there, that's the slope we've got. I actually think it looks pretty good. We have got to put the gussets, the support brackets this side. So that's what that line's about, that's where it needs to be. You probably remember as well about the live bait tank. I'm not actually doing a built-in live bait tank anymore. I know quite a few of you may be sad at that. I'll probably explain in another video why. I suppose I could explain in this video. It's just going to take up too much room and I want as much deck space as possible, so I'm going to build a removable live bait tank. If the lighting is bad, I am sorry, but you can see here that's one of the gussets. This, you can hear it. It's put so much strength back into the gunnel and the sides of the boat. That one is supporting the gunnel, but it's only there so I can install pockets. You can see we've got a support one here, a gusset. That's basically just to match the bulkhead. Obviously the bulkhead's in and that would have just been an open, empty space. It would have looked a bit odd. So I wanted to block that in. I've got to be careful because this has got wet fiberglass on it, but we'll get closer into the cuddy now and show you what I've done. So inside the cuddy, you can see here the pocket idea. It's basically utilising wasted space. This one does still need fiberglass in, it's just got tabs on it. I do need to install this one and install this one. We've got a seat box in. This has just been tabbed in. So it needs more fiberglass work, as you can see, but it is in. I want to be careful because that glass is probably still a bit tacky. So yeah, that's the first seat box, and that's going to obviously have a hatch inside it and plenty of storage. These parts do need to be fiberglass straight down to the floor. I made of that from the inside though. The bulkhead's in, as you can see. Still needs a bit more glass, but it's just tabbed in everywhere at the moment. But as you'll hear, it's absolutely solid. You can see this part here, it's an absolute mess. It's where I had to do the extra strip in the middle to make this bulkhead wider. It's given me a headache, to be honest. It's not ideal. Down the bottom here, the reason why I had to make this wider than planned, I'm getting a fire extinguisher box, which is going to be cut out into here. I'll have a little clear door on it to grab your fire extinguisher. Obviously I didn't plan to do that, and I was looking at utilising space, and that was one of the ideas I come up with, so I had to make it wider. But obviously we've had seepage of the resin, so that's going to give me quite a bit of work to get that back nice and flat and smooth. But it is what it is. So yeah, as you can see, there's been quite a lot of progress. We're obviously having pockets up here. That one's installed. I'll be installing that one today. There's going to be a seat box this side as well. I'm not sure on the design of this one yet. So yeah, you can see there is quite a bit of progress, but all this work is very, very slow. I probably could have made 10 videos out of all these little bits. That's how long it's took, because the pockets, as you can see, are made out of fiberglass panels. So what I've had to do is I've had to make flat panels on the mould that I do. I think there's actually a panel over there now for these brackets and gussets. It's just been really slow work, monotonous if you want to call it that. The videos would have been boring because it would have been the same time and time and time again. So yeah, today I am fiberglassing everything in. I'm going to fiberglass the rest of this seat box in down here. And yeah, fiberglass these pockets in behind me. Just more fiberglass in, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me mixing more resin, laying more glass, rollering more glass, and doing all of that sort of stuff. So what we'll do, I'll keep doing update videos like this. If I feel like there's something you can learn, then I'll show you. The seat box I've done out of a mould, exactly the same as the bulkhead. If you look at the edge of this on here, it's the same as the edge on there, look. I literally just built a mould out of melamine, no wax, no nothing like that. I used clay to get this radius. You can still see a bit of the clay on there. Got the radius. I did this last night. This is 6 layers. So it's 4 chop strand, 2 roven. So the same as the other one, 2 layers of chop, a roven, a layer of chop, a roven, a layer of chop. If you want to go back and look at the mould building and how you do this, it is further back in the videos from when I built this. So what I'll do, jump out the boat, I'll show you the anchor locker because I've actually finished that. I've got hatches arriving tomorrow. So that's for the bulkhead at the front, and it's for the steering bulkhead. If I can get a hatch hole cut open, I can fiberglass the inside of there as well. At this stage now, I've got to get all the fiberglass work done, absolutely everything finished on the inside. The last job is the deck going down. But as you can see, that's pretty much everything installed in the boat. I just need to do the final glass work. Then we will put in the deck in. Then it's prep work, sanding, doing all of that. Get it ready for paint. Fit the windows, fit rubbing strip around it. And that's the boat complete. Then it's going to be on to wiring, fitting the engine and all that sort of stuff. But we're not too far off now, we're pretty close. It is very exciting. I've struggled with motivation, if I'm totally honest, because I just feel like I'm getting nowhere. Obviously, I am getting somewhere. It just doesn't feel like it. It gets boring, it gets lonely up this shed, and I've spent a lot of flipping hours in this shed on my own. Just fiberglassing, itching, sanding, grinding, and it's hard to keep motivated, it really is. I don't think this boat would have been completed if it wasn't for YouTube, and that's the God's honest truth. Because it's a lot more work than I expected. Because I know you lot are waiting for this boat to be completed, I'm pushing on and pushing on and pushing on. So I need to thank you all for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing still, even though I'm not putting content out. So anyway, get around the front of the boat now, and show you the anchor locker and show you around the front. So we're at the front of the boat. There is one thing I need a suggestion on. Do I split that front window like I have with the top 2 windows? Right down there. I'm thinking of splitting it into 2 separate windows rather than it being one big one. I'm 95% sure I am going to split it, but maybe someone will have an idea, someone will have some different input, maybe to what they think, which could help me with the design of the boat. You can see here now with the daylight on it, how the hull looks. It's got a very, very, very nice high gloss finish on it. It looks very good. I got very lucky with that, I think. So, the anchor locker, I'll try and climb up here now and show you inside there. The camera angle is going to be a bit funny. You can see there, look, that's the anchor locker. That is fully fiberglassed. It's totally sealed everywhere. It just needs a coat of flow coat now, just to seal everything. You can see the little hole at the bottom for drainage. And yeah. So yeah, that's the anchor locker done as well. I'll walk around the side of the boat, show you the transom, show you the prepping areas I need to do. And that'll be it for this video. I will get another video out soon when things start progressing further. At the moment, I find it'll just be boring videos. Saying that, let me know in the comments, would you want to see more of what I'm doing on these parts? If you want me to video it, I will video it. I just feel like it's boring and it's losing me time on the boat, if you know what I mean. You can see it from there now, look. It actually looks like a boat again. It's getting there. So now you can see the shine on the paint as we're going up the side, look. Obviously, it's not a professional paint job, but it's pretty good for being sprayed in a barn. And it's my first time. The parts of the prep I'm on about, you can see all the runs of resin and stuff here. All of this needs sanding, back nice and smooth. This needs blending. All of this needs sanding, all of this needs blending. This has been sanded already. It just needs to have a final sanding. It's not a bad surface at all. Obviously up here, that all needs sanding. So I've probably got about 10 to 14 days solid of sanding work and prep work to get it ready for paint. Could be more. I'm hoping it's not more, I'm hoping it's less. We'll go up to the transom now. You can see from here now a better shot of the transom. It is pretty flat, but it does need some finishing on it. It's not too bad, but that I could spend a couple of days just doing the transom, to be honest. But it is pretty flat. But it does all need sanding, maybe a little skimmer filler or bogging, or whatever you want to call it. Get the transom nice and smooth, ready for paint. I have also, unfortunately, damaged the paint up here. I could have cried. When I was putting the bulkhead in, I've forced it and it's damaged the paint on the outside of the boat. Look, it's cracked it. I don't know if you can see that there. Right there. So I need to look at the data sheet. I need to see if I can sand this surface, give all this a good sand back down, which I don't want to do. When I do the final coats up on the top, the final coat, I can blend all of this in together. Yeah, what happened there, the bulkhead was too bulky on my own. I was on my own and I've forced it into place, and it's pushed the side of the boat and it's popped the paint, unfortunately. I'm lucky I didn't break through the fiberglass or crack the fiberglass. I've obviously got to sand that area down and check it. I could have cracked the fiberglass on the boat because I was being impatient, that's the God's honest truth, and I forced it. I gave it a lot of flipping power and got it in. I was like, oh, thank God that's in. Jumped out, looked, I was like, oh no, I can't believe I did it. I was so angry with myself. But you learn by your mistakes. Stop rushing, stop pushing. Simple as that. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. This is not a good video, obviously. It's an update to show you where we're at, how we're getting on, and yeah, it's going well. It is going really well. So I'm going to crack on with fiberglass and get back to it. Not sure when the next video will be, but I will get you another video out soon. Like I said earlier, let me know in the comments, do you want me to do more videos of the fiberglassing stages like this, or should I just do updates every so often just to keep you up to date and on track with the boat build? So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for subscribing. People have been subscribing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everything you've been doing. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. There's going to be a lot more content rebuilding this boat. And once it's finished, we'll be fishing flat out. And there'll be insane amount of videos. Yeah, if this interests you, subscribe, give it a like, drop a comment down below, say hello. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.